afternoon, everyone. Welcome to 2025 Digital Marketing Series by Ms. Ronnie Ramos from Harmony 3 Productions. Today, we'll talk about YouTube for your business. My name is Jeannie Yang, and I'm a business and loan counselor at PACE. Thank you for joining us today. This webinar is brought to you in partnership with the City of LA Economic and Workforce Development Department and BusinessSource Pico-Union Westlake region, operated by PACE Business Development Center. This webinar will be recorded, and at the end of the webinar, you'll be asked to participate on our survey. So please make sure that you complete the survey. All right, before we get started, I'm going to do a quick introduction on PACE, Pacific Asian Consortium in Employment. We were established in 1976, and we are a 501c nonprofit organization. So we are a community development organization that creates economic solutions to meet the employment, education, housing, environmental, and business development challenges of underserved residents in the Pacific Asian and other diverse communities of Los Angeles. And we offer one-on-one business counseling, business plan development, assets and credit building, financial plan development, webinars, and trainings to help you establish a brand new business or provide assistance for your existing businesses. So all our services are free. If you have any questions about our services, programs, and lending products, please visit our website, pacelabdc.org, for more information. All right, it's a pleasure to have you back with us, Ronnie. Let's get started.
All right, so today we're talking YouTube. If you have any questions or just want to say hello, go ahead and post in chat, and we'll be checking over in chat throughout the presentation. I really do want to keep it as interactive as I can today. So as I said, we're talking YouTube and video marketing in general. So in this day of AI, this is really me. I'm really here with you, and that's especially why I want to keep chat open and be able to talk with you and see if you have questions on your own videos that you're creating, and if you have any questions about YouTube and using it to promote your business. So these days, my business we're called digital creators because it's anything visual is what we do. And we are loving all the new AI tools. So feel free to ask about them. I'm using them every day for my company and for our clients. So what we're talking about today is really what I do for my clients. It is a great opportunity for us to get really specific on things that you're interested in doing for your business. I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I'm Ronnie Ramos, and on most other social, I'm under my company name, which is Harmony 3 Productions. If you want my best tips on a semi-regular basis, you can scan the QR code or use the link below. You will get a copy of the webinar. You'll get a copy of the recording, so you can always use your phone and just scan right on that code itself. Okay, we're talking YouTube. So what makes content discoverable on YouTube? Well, my pro tip for you is to create content that answers questions, solves problems that people are actually searching for. It's really that easy. Whatever your business is, whether you have a product or a service, your customers, they've got something they want or they need, or they have a problem with something, and you've got the answer for that. That's the kind of content that people are looking for. That's the kind of content I want you to create. So how do you do that? You have to think like your audience. So think about using search-friendly titles. And what do I mean by that? Include keywords in your title that your ideal customer would type in. So for example, how to choose the right fire pit for your backyard. That is something that people would actually type in the search in YouTube if you sell fire pits. Add detailed video descriptions. So when you're uploading your video, there will be a place for a description. Be very detailed in there and use custom thumbnails. because you want to make those thumbnails, when they see them, that they click on them, that your thumbnail makes it so that they know what the video is about, that they're excited to click on it and watch your video. So I recommend using Canva to create those thumbnails and make sure that you are utilizing your keywords and key phrases that relate to that specific video in your title and in your description. All right. So how do you create that YouTube title that's search friendly? Well, you start with the intent of what is your viewer searching for. So think about the problem that your video is going to solve. For example, how to fix, best way to, top tools for. Those are things that people would actually type in and look for. Use language that your customer would use, not industry jargon, not things that you talking to someone else in your industry would totally get right away, but the general public wouldn't get. No, you're talking to people that want to buy your product or service. If that's all industry people and they talk jargon, then that's how you should speak. Speak and write in the way your customer is comfortable listening and reading. All right. Now, those keywords and key phrases. You can actually do research on keywords and key phrases for your industry, for your videos, using YouTube itself. When you start typing in the search bar in YouTube, it will auto-complete what you've started typing for. So if you start typing in the search bar, so maybe you're typing installing irrigation. What if you have an irrigation company? You could type in how to install drip irrigation. A bunch of options will come up of videos that are already there. And these are not just suggestions. These are things that people are actually typing in, searching. So I like to start here and get ideas on what to make the video about if I start in the search bar and seeing what people are actually looking for. So for example, say you're a bakery. If you in the search bar started to type in life of a baker, you see on the left, all of these phrases come up. YouTube immediately sends you all these phrases. These are not just suggestions. These are things that people have actually searched for. If I type in life of a baker, it came up. Life of a bakery owner, day in the life of a bakery owner, day in the life of a cake baker, all of these different ones. You can click on any of them and see the videos, but know that these are phrases people are looking for. So what would I title my video? Probably something like one of these phrases, because you know that that is a top search phrase. I would also go to some of the videos that pop up once you click on one of these phrases. See if there's something that you can learn from maybe the top viewed videos. I never want you to copy anything, but I want you to look at your competitors. I want you to be inspired by everything. So for example, Day in the Life of Bakery Owner got 1.2 million views, right? Life as a Bakery Owner only got 1,000 views. Maybe you look at both those videos and see why one got so much more engagement. All right, now I'm looking over in chat and see Mike is asking, are the autocompletes ranked by how frequent the searches are? I don't know that. Now, that's an excellent question though. So what would I do with that question? I would ask ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT every day, multiple times a day. For questions just like that, that would be a great question you put into ChatGPT and see what it says. I also use it for inspiration. I use it to write scripts for YouTube. I use it to write long form content to give me ideas. I never take what it gives me word for word. I always put my own experience and expertise on it, and I highly encourage you to do the same. Earlier this morning, it gave me an answer that I knew was wrong. And sometimes you call it out and I'll say, hey, I know that's not right. And it'll go, oh, so sorry. So make sure that you know your business well enough to spot it when it's giving you incorrect And again, you want it to sound like you. So rephrase it, put your own spin on it. Okay, circling back to keywords for a minute. Keywords are words and phrases that your audience is going to type in that search bar. Use them in your video title, in your description, even in your spoken script, because the captions, YouTube will pick up what those captions are. All of those are ways to help the algorithm show your video to more people. It directly impacts how your video is indexed by YouTube's algorithm and how it's found through search. So where your keywords go: video title, video description, spoken content. So the closed captions, and YouTube will put captions up for you automatically, or you can upload your own, right? And in your hashtags, in the description title, we said hashtag drip irrigation if you are an irrigation company. And some tips for structuring your title itself. Front load those keywords, key phrases that we were just talking about. Put them at the beginning. When I say under 40 to 60, that's not an age range. It's a character count. So the letters in your title, so that your title doesn't get cut off. Even spaces, even extra characters count as characters. And the reason that we want your title short, or if it's going to be a little bit longer, that you front load the important information, is that it's going to get cut off. If somebody's looking for videos, if they're on YouTube and they're searching, and maybe they're on their phone, after 40 characters, that title can get cut off. If it doesn't tell them right away what they're looking for, they're going to go on. And make sure that your title is clear, not clever. Save your creativity for the thumbnail. That title should let them know what that video is about and have your keywords and key phrases in it. So how do people find your video? So your title, 60 to 70 characters, maybe. I like to keep it as short as I can. I try to keep them closer to 40. Your title and description both matter a lot because they're searchable. YouTube titles, they can be up to 100 characters long, but we don't want them to get cut off, and depending on what device they're looking at it, they can get cut off when they're really short. So desktop, they usually get cut off. The term we use is truncated, means cut off after 70 characters. But on mobile devices, it can get cut off, after 40. So try to keep them very, very short. And it's a good practice to always, for whatever you're doing, whether it's your title, your email, your blog post, anything, front loaded with your most important information. That way, even if it gets cut off, viewers can get an idea of what your video is going to be about. All right, now an example of a title, a before and after. So short, but watering hacks. How about better, how to set up a self-watering planter, easy DIY guide. So that gives more information, still within a fairly short title itself. And add a hook when it makes sense. Hooks are great for, almost everything. You need to catch that viewer's attention in the first 3 to 5 seconds and in the first few words of anything that you're writing. Numbers. We like numbers. As humans, we respond to numbers, especially odd numbers. So for example, 5 easy tips. You've got a couple things going for you there. You've got numbers and you make it easy. So they think, oh, I could watch this video and learn this quickly. Emotional words. Simple. Must know. Mistakes to avoid, right? Power phrases. Something like step by step. Again, you're letting them know what you're going to show, and step by step kind of makes it sound like it's going to be easy. Beginner's guide. If you are looking for something on YouTube and you don't know how to do it, you see beginner's guide, you're like, oh, yes, please. In 10 minutes. So you're saying, here's my video. It's going to be a longer video, 10 minutes, but in 10 minutes, you're going to learn XYZ, right? I definitely, when I am looking on YouTube, there's always multiple videos coming up, whatever I'm looking for. What if I wanted to, how to repair a wood banister. And really, I am looking for that because my dog just ate my banister this morning. So what if I went to YouTube and I wanted to see whether I could repair that banister before my husband got home? I don't think so, but it's worth a try. If I saw something like repair your wood banister in 10 minutes, I would watch that video. But what if I saw that video was 30 minutes long? And what if I saw a video with pretty much the same title that was 3 minutes long? Which one do you think I'm going to watch? The 3-minute one. We have no attention span anymore. So your videos should be as long as you need them to be, but as short as you can. Okay, your description. The first few lines, so important because they're visible in the search results. So we're talking now your description, we were talking about your title. First 100 to 150 characters will show up in search. Use relevant keywords, just like we talked about. Use them naturally in your description, not a bunch of keywords, jammed in there at the end, right? As you would normally talk, include those keywords and key phrases. Absolutely have a call to action, whether it's like this video, subscribe, comment, visit our website, sign up for our newsletter, whatever it is. Whenever you're creating content for your business, you're marketing for your business. As a marketer, you need to look at the analytics, at the insights, and see whether you're getting people to do what you want them to. Why are you making content if you don't have an end result that you want to get from it? And what is that? Sign up for my newsletter, visit our website, come to this event, whatever it is. You're a marketer. You're marketing your business. That's your call to action. And a video summary. Again, we're in the description. A brief overview of what that video is about. Make sure that it's clear and engaging, and it really applies to that video. People have no tolerance for clickbait, saying something's going to be about something and it's not. So absolutely be very clear, very specific to what you are actually going to deliver. When I say consistency, that means a consistent format across all your videos. It looks professional. It looks like you're taking care that you have a nice format to each video. Maybe even how in your description, like where the title is, where the call to action is, what bullet points. Make it easy for people to read. So break up those paragraphs, have bullet points. Yes, use natural language. Again, incorporating those keywords is great for SEO, but that description has to read like somebody would be talking to you. That's what I mean in that natural voice. The video description is a way to communicate with both your viewer and YouTube's algorithm. A good description helps discoverability and provide value to your audience. All right. So why your description matters? Well, YouTube's algorithm reads your description so it can understand what your video is about. So a detailed description improves search and visibility, and it helps with SEO, and it gives your viewers a reason to watch your video. So let's talk about what to include in your description. One, that strong first 2 to 3 sentences. This is what shows before the words show more, and you have to click to read more. So that the first little intro is important. Otherwise, why would they watch your video? Include your target keyword and a quick summary of what your viewer is going to learn. For example, learn how to install a drip irrigation system in just 30 minutes. This step-by-step guide is perfect for beginners. So we've got some of those important words, and we've got the keywords, key phrases in there. We're telling them it's short, and we're telling them it's easy. Expand your content a little more in that description. So we've got that first beginning part. Now you can tell them more. Add more detail about what's covered in that video. Mention related products or services or locations if that's relevant. And include secondary keywords or key phrases, again, naturally within what you're writing. And you can optionally include timestamps. It's optional, but it can be powerful. If somebody wants a certain thing, showing them where that is with timestamps can really make them not only watch that section of your video, but now maybe they're going to watch the whole thing. It helps the users, your viewers, jump to the content that they care about. All right. So this is how you set up timestamps, and you will get a copy of this recording. So even though it looks like a lot on the screen, and I'm just going to go over it quickly, you will get a copy of the recording. So you go to your video description. So while you're uploading a video or editing an existing one, scroll to the description box, and then you can add in your timestamps manually, or you can start each line in the time in this format. So 0000 followed by a title or label for that section. Your first timestamp has to be that 00:00 for YouTube to recognize the list as chapters. And then you save your changes. And once you save or publish your video with the timestamps in the description, YouTube will automatically, this is great, create clickable chapters in the video's progress bar. So tips, keep each chapter. Now, if you have a video that's 20 seconds long, you don't need to put in timestamps. But if there's a how-to video, that video could be, 20 minutes long. So timestamps would really help on that. Use clear and concise labels that match what's in each section, and you can go back and edit your timestamps anytime if your content changes. All right. Another thing to think about is adding those links and calls to action. A link can be to your website or to your product page. It can be to related videos or playlists. It could be to your other social media handles. Call to action, like don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't think I've seen a YouTube video in the last year that doesn't have, don't forget, like, comment, ring the bell, subscribe. Those are call to actions. You want people to follow, like, comment, interact with your videos because the algorithm loves that engagement. Pro tip, use a reusable description template and tweak it for each video. We want to make things as easy as we can. So whether you have the title and then a headline, a little more body copy, maybe at the bottom you've got your call to action. If you have that set up as a template, it can make it a lot easier if you're uploading a lot of videos. So for example, again, so you'll get a copy of this so you can look at it. Hook, this is your intro. 1 to 2 sentences with your keywords up front. Learn how, whatever your video is about. In this step-by-step guide, whether you're a beginner or just need a refresher, this video breaks it down for you. So all you have to do is insert, what the video is about, and you've got, you're working in a template. Then the expanded description, 2 or 3 short paragraphs. In this video, we'll walk you through a brief overview of what's shown in the video. From tools you need to expert tips, we've got everything covered so you can, what's the benefit? Let them know. This content is perfect for your target audience, whoever it is, especially if you're interested in topic or industry, whether you're describe a pain point that they have. So many people are looking for content because they are struggling with something or they're interested in something. You be the answer for that. This tutorial is for you. Looking for more content like this, be sure to check out our other videos on, maybe you link to your playlist, maybe you link to your website, maybe you link to your other social channels. Timestamps, you've got your intro, section 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. If it's a longer video, they can be really helpful. Then put in some useful links. Again, this is a template. Insert, maybe it's your website address, related products or services. Maybe it's watch next. You can put the link for your next video you want them to watch. Let's connect. Give your other handles for your social media. Comment below. Got a question about whatever the topic is, drop it in the comments, we'll help you out. So again, a pro tip here, if somebody's commenting on your stuff, keep track of that. Reply back to them as soon as you can. You have the opportunity to make social be social. If people are commenting, set up your notifications so you can get back to them. If it's spam, you don't need to reply to anything like that. You can block them. But if somebody's genuinely reacting to your video, asking a question, something you can be helpful with, absolutely. And again, on your below, hit them with that. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this. And then hashtag, relevant hashtag, and then hashtag your brand name. All right. So 3 types of content that you might want to think about creating for your business. How-to or tutorials. These do exceptionally well on YouTube. They can be longer, and on other social platforms, longer videos don't play so well, but on YouTube, they've got a home. It helps position your brand as a helpful expert. For example, how to set up that efficient drip irrigation system. Maybe it's product or service explainers talking about the benefits, not just features of your brand or your service. For example, 5 ways our self-watering planters save you time. Comparison or list videos. Top 5, best of, or versus video, this versus that. Those do really well in search. For example, fire pit versus fire table. Which one should you get? You're explaining the benefits and why you should get one over the other. Again, you're setting yourself up as an expert in your field. Bottom line, make content that answers, explains, or compares. And you're going to show up when the audience is searching. Use that autofill in YouTube to really give you ideas of what people are actually searching for in your particular industry. Now let's talk about your thumbnail for a minute. New year, let's take a look at your thumbnails. Pro tip, test 2 or 3 different styles and see which one performs best. I want you to think about having bold and easy to read text, high contrast and close-up visuals and colors, and consistent branding with your brand throughout. So be consistent with your posting, right? And also with your content and the look and style of it. So everything reflects your brand, your business, no matter what platform you're on. So in addition to when I look at your YouTube stuff, I want it to be consistent look and style to your newsletter, to your other socials, to your website. Having consistent scheduling can help too, because the algorithm likes consistency and they like you to be posting on a regular basis. So you can batch record content and then have it already done for easier scheduling. All right. Now, don't just upload that video. I want you to be promoting that video. So when we think about promoting your YouTube video, let's think about how you're going to get as many people to see it as you can. So not just relying on your subscribers now and not just relying on the algorithm, but promote that video off YouTube platform. And what does that mean? Your other social media, for sure. A dedicated newsletter about it, right? If you are meeting people online in networking events or in person, let them know that you have a YouTube channel. So where to share it? Your email newsletter, absolutely. If you have well, all of us should have a vibrant email newsletter. If you have a new video coming out, do a dedicated email to your subscribers, to your email about that video. Embed the link or with a teaser line, subject line, new how-to just dropped. A dedicated email to your whole list about your videos that you're posting. What about your other social media? Post teaser clips, little short clips or stills on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Include that strong call to action. Watch the full video on our channel. So you're promoting your YouTube channel on your other social channels. Absolutely your website or your blog. Embed the video on a relevant service or blog page. Now, when I say embed the video, it's a link. You don't even try to embed the whole video on your website. Huge deliverability issues. It will slow everything down. You have to, if you're pulling it in from, if you want to promote your YouTube channel, you'll want to pull in that video from your YouTube channel. There's one drawback with that. At the end of the video, if you have a library of videos on YouTube, yay, it's probably going to pull in one of your videos. But what if you're just getting started and you only have 1 or 2 videos? It might pull in a competitor's video. It might pull in a cat video. You don't really have any say on that. But you are trying to get people to know you have a YouTube channel, to follow that YouTube channel. So you kind of have to pull in the link from YouTube. From other applications, I personally have my videos on another platform called Wistia that I can brand it how I want. And at the end of the video, I can put a call to action and that video stops and it's not pulling in anybody else's video. But since today we're talking about YouTube and we want to grow your YouTube following and market your videos with YouTube, I would pull them in this application from your YouTube channel. But no, at the end, you don't have any say what the next video they are going to pull up is going to be. So write a short summary or transcript if you're pulling your video in, say, you're going to pull that link to your website. That short summary or transcript is good for SEO. So also online communities, and as I said, even in person, you can share on Facebook groups, networking, or other groups if it adds value. If you're meeting somebody at a networking event and people are always like, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. And you say, I do XYZ, and I have a YouTube channel. I'd love for you to check it out. Maybe you've even got your YouTube handle on your business card. But asking people to look at your social, that's a pretty easy ask these days. Like I asked in the beginning of this webinar, I'd love to have you follow me on LinkedIn. That's a pretty easy ask. Asking, and I asked too, sign up for my newsletter. But when you're meeting somebody for the first time, asking them to sign up for your newsletter, a lot of people are burned out signing up for newsletters. If they give you your their email address to get your newsletter, that is huge. That is so valuable. And sometimes people are protective of that, but it's an easy ask to say, hey, you could follow me on YouTube or connect with me on LinkedIn. All right, so some quick call to action ideas. Subscribe for more tips like this. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. So that means you have to monitor your stuff. Check out the links in the description for tools we use. Pro tip, create short clips or YouTube shorts to tease your full video and lead viewers back to your channel. Because YouTube shorts, they get a lot of viewing. And maybe it's a teaser clip to the full video, and then you can entice people to go and watch the full video if it's a longer video. Now, know your goal for every video. That's your marketing goal. That's your call to action. Is it subscribe to your channel? Is it visit your website? Is it download a freebie? Is it book a call? Whatever you want people to do. And per thing, just have one call to action. It's not like visit our website, download this freebie. The more options you give people, the less they're going to do anything. So per video, give one call to action. Same with your emails. You send that email out and look at this, buy this, buy this. Too many options, they're not going to buy anything. One thing per thing. And it makes it simple. You're asking one ask, much greater chance for your viewer or customer to do that rather than give them a whole selection. All right, so sample idea. Track them. Do more of what works. And I mean, track your analytics, your insights on the videos that you already have up or on any new ones you're putting up. So how-to videos, they solve a common problem. Behind the scenes, people love that. Customer FAQs. Whatever your business is, you probably have 10 frequently asked questions. You probably have 10 things people should ask, but aren't asking. That's 20 ideas for videos right there. Testimonials, case studies, product demos, tips and tricks, make them short and actionable. Whichever are working, whichever, type of video is working, do more of that. Again, if you want my best tips, I'd love to have you sign up for my newsletter. So I'm going to go into Canva and ChatGPT, and I'm going to want some volunteers for this. So take that shy hat off and let me see in chat what type of industry you're in and if you have any specific questions and how we can play with this together. So as you're taking that shy hat off, perfect. I'm just going to give you a couple more tips. YouTube auto generates captions, but check them, right? So make sure, because I've had them spell my name wrong. I'll say a word and didn't say it clearly. So definitely check what they're doing and speak clearly if you're talking on that video. The more clearly you can speak, the better YouTube can index those when it's making captions. And the captions help the YouTube algorithms show your stuff. Now, if your video is about that, how to install a drip irrigation system, and then you say the phrase clearly in your video, and it appears in your captions, YouTube is more confident that that video is really about that and more relevant for that search term. So think of captions as keyword boosters. So you've got your keywords, you're going to say it clearly, it's going to boost the algorithm to know where to push your video to. Better chance your video is going to show up in search. And your homework, check out the competition. Like I said, I don't want you to copy anything, but I want you to be inspired, especially by what other people in your industry are doing. So let's back up. Align the look and feel of your YouTube channel with your brand. That's colors, fonts, and graphics. Know what your customers are looking for, their FAQs, check out your competition, and are your proportions when you're making the videos and your thumbnails correct for YouTube. Use templates in Canva for those thumbnails, make a channel trailer for your YouTube channel, and schedule your video content. Have enough already made that you can schedule so you can stay on top of it. Have a call to action, make content that people want and that are want to share. Make that video match what people are actually looking for, and clean up your channel. If you don't have playlists, start organizing and think about making that channel trailer. All right. Captions are more than just accessibility. Captions help viewers understand without the sound on. So 85% of a video these days is watched muted. So captions really help. And it can reach non-native English speakers. So improve searchability, and YouTube will index the words in the captions like text. All right, now it's a volunteer time. So let me get into Canva and ChatGPT. All right, so this is Canva. I made this presentation in Canva and I presented it right in Canva. So Canva is great for all of us. All right, I saw a lot of questions here. So can I explain playlists and how to set them up? Yes. So a playlist on your YouTube channel, when you're uploading a video, it will say what playlist you want to put this to. If you don't have any playlists, it will give you the opportunity to create them. So for example, if you were that water irrigation company, one of your playlists could be types of products. It could be, maybe you do a video on each type of product you have. Maybe you have a playlist for how to set up. Maybe it could be how to set up this product, how to set up that product. Maybe it's a playlist on customer testimonials. So it's just a grouping where your videos would fit. So if you have a library of video, rather than just randomly have them in there, you can organize them into those playlists. All right, let's see. So I'm just kind of looking through chat here. Any tips about the recording process, lighting, sound, etc.? Absolutely. In a nutshell, you want to be as clear visually and what you sound like. So if you're looking at me right now, I've got light on my face, nice, even light. You don't want it to be dark and have a lot of shadows. You want to talk to the viewer, talk right into the camera, and have some sort of light on the background. So you can see behind me, I've got a couple of little lights, I've got a window, but that amount of depth gives, it looks better than, and I really don't like the Zoom backgrounds that are a blurry fake background. shoot and be authentic, but have good light on your face and have good sound. You can use a mic that's a standing mic. I have a Rode podcaster mic. You can use a little lavalier mic, but that mic will isolate what you're saying as opposed to picking up all the room noise. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Questions. Oh, Mike is asking, is it better to burn in your own captions or let YouTube generate or upload an SRT caption file? Kind of up to you. So let me just explain the difference. So you can burn in your own captions, put your own captions at the bottom of a video. So wherever it goes, it's got the same captions. I'm not such a big fan of that. One, the platforms tend to like it when you use things in their platform. So having them generate the captions is something that they do in the platform. So you might get some algorithm bonus points for that, but you have to check them. The option is for you to upload your own, it's called a .srt file. Depending on where you are creating that video, you can get that SRT file downloaded. So for example, if I put my video in, like I said, I put my videos on Wistia, I can download the transcript and that SRT file. So I have it. I typically use that for clients because I know everything's correct in there, as opposed to if I have YouTube do it, if I don't check it right away, it could go out with a couple of mistakes in that. All three of them are viable if you want fancy looking burned in captions. Like on TikTok, there's a lot of, just kind of more trendy captions. You would need to burn those in, and you can burn that in other platforms. So you can choose apps that can make captions for your videos and burn them in if you want those trendy looking captions. So all three of those options work. You just have to decide which is good for you, and time wise, what do you want to learn another app, or do you want to just do it easily and have YouTube put your captions on there? Okay, let's see. All right. Let's see. Jeannie, do you want to let someone unmute and let's kind of play in YouTube and Canva?
Sounds like a good idea. Do we have any volunteers?
So anybody that was posting what type of industry, if you want to play along, go ahead and use the raise hand symbol and we'll let you actually talk to me. Anybody that wants
your
to
hands, folks.
play along.
Hey. All right, Donna.
Hey, Donna, what type of business?
I teach accent reduction to bilingual professionals.
Okay, so how I would start, this is how I would work with clients. So I would start with ChatGPT and I would type in here and I'm going to say new chat. So I'm going to just make it for a short video just for time today. So I'm going to go, please give me a short video script for, I'm going to say YouTube Shorts about a company who teaches, what would we say, accent reduction?
I call it accent reduction. It's more like an American English accent is what it is. It's how to speak English like an American, or I call it accent reduction.
Let's just see what it comes up with.
Okay.
Opening scene, text on screen, master the American accent, voiceover. Want to sound more confident speaking American English? Cut to coach speaking directly to camera. At name of your company, we make mastering the American accent easy and fun. Our expert coaches help you nail pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. Quick cut to a clip of a student practicing. Whether you're preparing for a job interview or just want to sound more natural, we've got you covered. Closing scene, text on screen, sound like a native. Book your first session today. Ready to transform your English? Click the link to get started. So we didn't give it a lot of information, but it really hit on everything that I've been talking about today. It's got that call to action, right? So whatever your business is, I would start exactly like this. Go into an AI tool. I use ChatGPT. I love it. Works the best for me, but there's a lot of them out there. And have it write the rough of your script. I never put any proprietary information in there. And I always, as I said, put your own spin on it, your own expertise on it, because some things might be wrong. I literally had it spit out something wrong this morning. So it happens, absolutely. Now, this is a video where you would be on camera. So the same tips that I talked about, talk directly to the camera. If you don't have even, this is a 20-second script. Do I think that you need a teleprompter for a 20-second script? Absolutely. Do you know how far you could go wrong if you don't have a teleprompter? And there's an app for that. There's a teleprompter app that you can get right on your phone. You talk into the phone, it's recording you, and the teleprompter is moving up, and you can set the pace for your own, amount of talk. It's remarkable. It is absolutely remarkable. So I would recommend that, so that you don't go off script. You want to keep them fairly short, and you want it to be authentic. So let me see if I can pull up one that I did recently with teleprompter.
Is that a paid for app or is that a free app?
You'd have to check. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. It probably is paid. I think it is, because there's Meta. I'm not a robot. See, that's what happens when you have to restart your.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. So if this is not going to let me.
I've rigged it the other way. I've kind of written out the script and I have it on like a second modem, and then I use my laptop camera, and then I can still read the script and be on there. And there's another
But when you're reading your script, are you looking directly at the camera?
I am. Yes.
Okay, as long as you're looking directly at the camera, because that you don't want to be, turning your head and looking away. But yes.
Well, and now there's an app called Captions. I think it's Captions. It will correct your eyes to make it look like you're looking straight in the camera, even if you're not looking straight in the camera.
And that, there's so many AI tools, and if that works, that's great. But it's just one more step. But yes, I've seen that app. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so what I would do is record it looking straight at the camera, right? And then if you want to put text over that, then I would take it into Canva. So you've got your recording, because on YouTube Shorts, the only thumbnail you can do is what it gives you, right? But in Canva, you can make your own first scene thumbnail, right? So if I go back to Canva.
How long are shorts usually? Is there
20 seconds, under a minute? Yeah, that's what I would do. Let's see. Okay, so here's the video that I wanted to show you. So let me play this. So I made the custom thumbnail for this, right? And I put it as my first 1 second. It's 1.5 seconds, so that I can pick that as my thumbnail. You'll see I'm looking directly at the camera, and all of a sudden my dog jumps in and starts barking. I just went with it because sometimes that authentic and humor is good. So let me play this. What if one Zoom meeting could help grow your business? Seriously, no matter where you are, you can hop on and connect with an incredible group of professionals at the networking group that I'm actually a part of. It's BNI Abundance. We meet virtually every Thursday morning, and visitors get a chance to share about their business and connect with people who actually pass referrals. It's easy and it's fun, and yeah, you can absolutely wear pajama bottoms if you want. When I started my business, I had no idea how important networking was. I thought I had to figure it out on my own. Oh, there's my dog. Then I found BNI, and wow, total game changer. Now, every Thursday, I meet with a crew of business pros who support each other and share referrals and truly help each other grow. Want to see what it's all about? I will not bring my dog. Send me a DM. I'll get you the quick registration link. I hope to see you on Zoom. Wait, maybe you can see her. There she is. There she is. I think she's telling you to DM me. So
That's cute. That's
I
very
went with it, right? I didn't plan that, right? And that is a great networking group that I'm a part of. If anybody wants information, follow me on LinkedIn. I'll send you the link. So I looked directly into the camera. I had my iPhone in almost a ring light. It's more of a rectangle. I held it up above my eye level so I don't see that ring in my glasses. So no, I was walking through the house. So wherever I walked, I had the same light on my face. That walking video is popular these days, right?
now.
And
Is that light? Is it attached to your phone? Your
yes, or
camera?
well, it sits in, there's a place to attach your phone in the middle of the light, and the light's very small, like 12 by
Okay.
12, right? So I was just holding it on a small little tripod, and it worked great. It worked great. And the camera in the iPhone, excuse me, was close enough to me that I did not have to wear a mic. But if it's farther away, then yes, I would recommend a mic. And then I was able to put an end screen on it too, and I did all of that in Canva. So the end screen that you see there is, again, done in Canva.
I've not used Canva for the videos. I've used iMovie, but
And you could do the same thing in iMovie, yes. Okay, I see a couple other hand raises. Do we want to have somebody else talk?
Yeah, it looks like, let's see, Lillian, you're up next.
Hey, Lillian.
Hi.
Oh, I see in chat that Dawn, their dog started barking when my dog barked on the video. Yes, mine do too.
Hi, my name's Lillian.
Hi, Lillian.
And as you can see, my business is a plant-based beauty brand
Uh-huh.
for hair and skin. And my tagline is Becky Be Good. We're a plant-based beauty brand for hair and skin. We be good for your coily hair and your sensitive skin and for our earthly home. So that's my tagline.
So that's a pretty long tagline. So
Mhm.
that's more like a paragraph. So how would you condense that to maybe 5 to 7 words max?
I guess I can just do the last thing about the Becky Be Good. Good for your hair, skin,
Yeah, and
and
you
our
can
earthly
you can
home.
work on that, but I would absolutely condense it down to be short, letting them know what you do quickly. Like I said, we have no
Okay.
attention span these days. But you know what you could do is you could go into ChatGPT, type in that paragraph you just told me, and ask ChatGPT to condense it down to a couple of options for you. Again,
Okay.
do your own due diligence, make sure it's not a tagline another company is already using. And that's the other thing. People don't realize how much we have to be advocates for our own brand. I hear people all the time using images or video that they don't have permission to use, using a tagline that belongs to another business. You,
Mhm.
as a business owner, these days kind of have to wear all those hats and be aware of usage and licensing when you're using things that you did not create, that you don't have the license for. But utilizing something like ChatGPT to condense, some information down is a great place to start. Again, like I'm saying, I don't take anything word for word. I definitely would see if another company has the rights to use it, but at least it gives you a place to start. And then once you have what you're going to talk about, then I would take it into Canva and put your video together. But if it's ChatGPT can give you a script. So let me see if it'll do a really quick one. So give me a script for a beauty brand. I'm just going to say for soap, for YouTube Shorts, fresh and organic. So this could be for whatever business you're in. You just ask in your own words the question that you want, and then you can start creating with it as like your little social sidekick. Opening scene. Feel fresh, go natural. Tired of harsh chemicals in your soap? Discover the fresh, organic way to cleanse your skin. Our soaps are crafted with natural ingredients like coconut oil, shea butter, gentle on your skin, harsh on dirt, feel refreshed. It's a great place to start. So Lillian, do you kind of see where I'm going with this?
Okay, because I already wrote a couple of scripts,
Which is great,
so I can
So
just put it in there and have it to kind of tweak it some, is
that
what you're
would be a
saying?
great idea if you've absolutely and if you don't like the direction it's going, kind of tell it to come back a minute and tell it more the direction that you want it to go in. It can really work with you. So I love the idea that you've already got some scripts and you just want to fine tune them a bit. Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I see another hand up, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Can you unmute?
Yep, I did. Thank you.
Perfect. Yes. What can I help you with?
Hi, I'm restarting after a COVID run for lockdown, my holistic health and nutrition business. And I really want to just focus on content and not necessarily meeting with clients anymore.
Yeah.
So
So how are you going to monetize that?
yeah, I just don't know where to start. I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm good with social media and all that. This whole YouTube is new to me, even though I use YouTube on a regular basis.
So YouTube can work for you well. I mean, if you're on camera giving tips, like I said, you want to focus on content. So is it giving tips, whatever you're going to be sharing, but you're talking, so what you said is just, giving the content, not meeting. So how is that going to work for you to monetize? Like, what are you looking to get clients that you coach, individual clients? Are you looking to have affiliate links to products that you're recommending? Have you thought about how you would make the YouTube channel make you any money?
Yeah, all of the above.
So what I would do is I would utilize ChatGPT and say, this is my idea. How can I utilize YouTube and social media to monetize this idea? And it will give you a lot of suggestions, and some may be not what you're looking for. And then you can fine tune it. But it sounds like, yeah, you're looking at a big picture and it's kind of overwhelming.
Yes.
I use ChatGPT to kind of condense that down. It is, it'll take whatever you say and be friendly and work with you. What you don't want to do is put a lot of or any proprietary information in it, because you don't know, is it training on that? Is it sharing? I don't know. So I would keep your prompts, more general, like you see, I want a script for a beauty brand for soap. I didn't give any names. Now, as you work closer with it, that's up to you what you want to share. But you can say, you can be as detailed as you want. You can say, I took some time off for COVID, but my expertise is in blah, blah, blah. I want to be able to use social media, YouTube in general, to share tips, to share ideas, to share things that are working for me. But I also want to be able to monetize this as a business. What would your suggestions be? And it will give you a great amount of information.
Okay.
I would start there. We just have a minute left, but I see, Karina, do you have a quick question? Or I saw a hand raised.
I'm assuming you unmuted me.
Karina, do you want to unmute?
There
you
we go. Can you hear
Yes.
me now?
Yes.
Sorry, I heard the 1 minute, so I was like, oh. So preschool director here, just new home care. I guess we've started using mostly social media in the sense of, Instagram, Facebook, but I never thought about YouTube until now. I guess you kind of answer the question as in to go into chat GPT and ask how it could
I like,
benefit.
yes, I start there for myself and for my clients. These days, it has just been a game changer. One, tip, be careful when you say preschool and everything. If you're showing images of kids and what, you have written permission from parents.
Correct. Yes. And that's one of the things, obviously, with licensing. If we have all the proper paperwork, signatures, et cetera, then going forward with that, we do have it for obviously our social media. So just to make sure we include YouTube.
Yeah, anywhere I
that.
would be as specific as you can and absolutely have it in writing. Yep.
Perfect. I appreciate that. But I think the chat GPT sound, I already messed with it a little bit and it looks great.
It can be such a help. And like I said, it can take my ramblings and turn it into something useful. So yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
all the information.
Thanks so much for joining us today. I enjoy these times so much.
Thank you so much, Ronnie. Unfortunately, our time's up, but our next webinar is scheduled on May 29th, same time, 1 p.m. And we'll talk about the LinkedIn from profile to profabulous. So please make sure you join us for that great webinar as well. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye now.